Let's talk Ashes of Man. This is Christopher Ruoccio's fifth book in the Sun Eater series, and it's brilliant. If you'd like to know more of my thoughts on Ashes of Man, head over to my Substack. The link's in my bio. It's basically a giant bait and switch. So the first, basically two-thirds of the book are pretty standard of what you would expect from a Sun Eater book. The Emperor recalls Hadrian, gives him a task that seems impossible. Hadrian gets a new group of soldiers to work with, and then they go and find this planet that has a bunch of Minos operatives and Cielson working together. So it seems pretty standard. We're used to this sort of extrasolarian Cielson working group, right? So they work together, they get onto the planet, and they're working to infiltrate and destroy the communications array. And then all of a sudden, they start to get overwhelmed. Here's one of the bait and switches. The Jadians show up at the perfect moment, rout the Cielson, and Hadrian and his compatriots are successful. So far, a pretty standard approach to a Sun Eater book. And then we get the giant bait and switch. As they're heading back to Perpergium to meet with the Emperor and the court, they find out that the Cielson have attacked, destroyed the Imperial fleet, and the Emperor is under siege in the catacombs beneath the city. From this point on, everything goes out the window from a typical Sun Eater story. I mean, there's fighting underground, there's all kinds of death and destruction. Characters that you know and love cease to exist. The emotional impact of this book is huge, especially the last third. What Hadrian has to go through and experience in the last third of this book is incredibly intense. I mean, you're talking time pressure to evacuate civilians, fighting Cielson underground, working with troops that he has no experience with, and seeing all of them die. Like, it's pretty intense. And then the final emotional twist of the knife. Christopher Ruocchio, I didn't think you were going to go there, but man, it was brutal. So this book, I would say, is really quite good. The bait and switch from the beginning of the story to the end, and the emotional resonance that's there, you will not see coming. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's really quite an emotional punch to the gut. Christopher Ruocchio does a great job, and I can't wait to see what happens in the sixth book.